What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So, guys, let's go see how this whole court case is gonna close out, man. I mean, I guess we already saw it close out in the previous video, if you haven't seen it yet. But pretty much, Farina is guilty, but it's still kind of like prove her innocence in a way. Like, it is kind of weird.
Let's hear them.
Um, but yeah, we're about to learn about the prophecy that we saw back in that one cave, like the stone slates here. The first slate reveals that Fontainians are not real humans. Yeah, so that's what I thought, that they were oceanids that transform into humans, and that I guess the primordial seawater, it like reverts them back into becoming oceanids.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
So that means, all the Fontainians here, they're all oceanids.
We're not real humans.
Yeah, that's a real twist there. I mean, yeah, there's been like multiple twists.
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
The second slate reveals that the crime of the Hydro Archon was her creation of Fontainians from Oceanids. Oh.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission.
Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering what this sin was. And I guess it's that.
That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
So it's not because she's not the real Hydro Archon?
The
Okay.
Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. As for the third slate, I'm still convinced that it should come after the fourth slate.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
The fourth slate depicts the fulfillment of the prophecy as it's already widely known. I don't know. What if, like, that's like the trial of Farina? I don't know, like maybe somehow, like, after everyone gets, dissolved except for her, maybe at some point her lifespan somehow, like, ends. And then she'll also go into, like, this trial in her consciousness. But yeah, let's just say this.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
But yeah, I feel like they could just be in the correct order. Maybe they might be just trying to get us to think one way. But that's gonna be my guess.
Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Well? Did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
Hmm.
The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the seven, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process.
Hold on, what? Creating humanoid mimics. Okay, I just thought about it like as clones. But no, it's not. It's not clones. It's just, they transform, just mimicking humans. Okay. Hey, my bad. I don't know why my mind went to clones instead of the real definition of mimics.
But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
Okay. And I see that whole thing again, so she poured the primordial seawater into the ocean that's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. So that's how they transform. But then if they come into contact with it, they'll pretty much go back into their original form. Okay. Oh no.
Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the
I thought-
heavenly principles to create a new human race.
I thought like some kind of like ambush was made. Like primordial seawater like just sprinkling in, like raining down.
And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
Yeah, my bad.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate.
I knew
The
it.
slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct.
Yeah, see? They're correct. So they are in the right order. What is the third slate supposed to represent then?
A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate.
See, this is what I thought.
Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
Okay. So that's what's happening right now. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? Wait, hold on. This chair. This is the fourth slate, right? This is it. The way she's sitting right now. I think that's it. So was this prophecy about just her death instead? Dang. All right. But yeah, I think this is the fourth slate over here, like her sitting down on that throne, or this giant chair, pretty much. So yeah, like pretty much we're right now currently within that, the 4 slates. We're in the third one, currently doing the third slate. And then yeah, somehow I guess this, I don't know how they're gonna, sentence her to death. But yeah, it can't be.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
Yeah.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
Okay, so I think the 4th prophecy is actually just saying that she's guilty. Since, we're seeing her in that chair. That's her guilty look on that chair.
What should we do?
I don't know. It feels like there's no way out of this.
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
It kind of feels like it.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the 4th slate will also be fulfilled soon?
I think it already has.
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions.
Oh.
About the 4th slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come.
Oh.
As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
I have? Wait, could it be? I don't even know what he's referring to, but I think we're about to find out. The ultimate proof. Just what is the true source of the
This
catastrophe?
eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
Screw the trials. We're now doing our own thing. We're just trying to make sense of everything here. Just what is the true source of the catastrophe? Probably this. I think so. Wait, can I not select it? Oh, I can only choose one. The true source of the catastrophe. Can I see that again? The prophesied disaster will likely spread from here. Probably not that. If I had a guess, it's not either the whale or child. Let's see the whale. Okay, it's the whale.
Both dream and reality.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Oh. Look at this. It's a bit scary. Uh-oh. Well, I think that wraps things up for the court area. I think we're pretty much done here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the whale? Is Child finally going to appear? Wasn't he also in there too? Like, the evidence said so, right? Oh, there he is. Oh, heck yeah, bro. He's in his, I don't know, his, like, delusion form or whatever. I forgot what you call that form. he's been repelled now? Man, he looks so cool. I wish I could play as that form, but I can't. Oh, come on, we just got him back. Why does he have to sink back down? Why can't he just land like a bit further away from the hole?
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
That's right. I'd wager that it's also the one that Child saw when he was young.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
Hmm. You know, interesting. I I don't know if I like, spoiled myself in a way. That portal thing that it just had right now, like it kind of reminded me of like when I saw Skirk's gameplay, and she was all like space-like, right? I'm wondering if that's has any connections. It's just, that portal looks like the ones that maybe Skirk like has.
It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's
I
primordial
guess, whatever the
sea,
space magic that
using it to
is.
grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
Like it's from space, right? Yeah, traverse the stars. Like I'm guessing that means it's like a space whale. Yeah, it doesn't belong to Tevat. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like some kind of like spoiler. It's just they look very similar with their visual effects with these stars and all. Okay.
And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial
Oh,
seawater.
it's gonna go after the Fontainians because it's consuming the primordial seawater, right? So that's the next source if it wants that seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist.
Well, see ya. I'm out of here. I'm not from Fontaine, so I'm in the clear, right? Even Paimon.
Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontainians.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
Yeah, I bet, man. I mean, from the time he like disappeared from the prison, I'm guessing he was like fighting that whale this whole time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember him talking about a whale, like him seeing a whale.
Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
It is too late.
What do you mean?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
After everything, it still turned out like this. We couldn't fight against fate. Wait, but what if this is all about fate?
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Well, we gotta find those.
Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Could it be that even if the prophecy will be fulfilled, there will still be a way to save everyone? Did I miss something? Wait, I forgot about Farina. Yeah, she's been like just sitting in that chair this entire time. What was it that she wanted to say to me at that last moment in the giant box? What is her real secret? More cutscenes. The story is getting really good, man.
What's happening with the aura trees?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh, I was wondering how it was going to do that. Yeah, that's the fourth one, right?
Farina!
Dang.
No, I still need answers.
Dang, Ether. How come I can't jump that far up like you in the gameplay? Oh my. Oh, wait, look. Is she in a different outfit? Is she about to get like, executed here? Wow, look at this place. Oh yeah, this place is all messed up. Oh, that's a really cool outfit.
You.
Oh, what?
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
So what is this?
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Is that the previous Archon? Wasn't there a previous one or no?
Ah, the sweet sound of
Oh,
bewilderment.
Focalor.
Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Okay.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass, and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known.
So is Egeria the one that... Yeah, she's the one that made the Oceanids and not Farina or Focalors.
After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being.
Okay.
The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina.
Okay.
She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished.
Yeah, so they separate the divinity out of the god. So I guess in a way I was right. We're like, it's not like what I expected. I guess in like, I don't know. In a way, I was like correct on my assumption that somehow she lost her, like, maybe she had godly powers before, but now she doesn't. I know I said that in the previous video. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting this, like, separating, like, I guess the original with Focalor. Okay.
Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
That really kind of sucks for Farina. Like, I assume she knows about all this because she was about to tell Ether. I assume that's what she's about to say, like all this stuff right now. But man.
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being.
Yeah, I do really feel bad for Farina. Like, she's been placed into this situation.
I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
All right. That was a really cool scene, man. So, like, did Aether see all that too? I came into contact with Farina's tears. If I remember correctly, tears often contain a being's strongest emotions. With sufficiently strong hydrosensitivity, I can form an emotional connection, just like I did with that Oceanid at the Fountain of Lucine. Wait, could this be Farina's inner world? Yeah, there's the chair right there. Farina? What is she doing on stage? Wait a moment. That probably isn't Farina. That's likely a reflection of her inner self. If I can directly speak to that self, I might be able to easily get what I wanted to know. I came here for answers. Either way, this opportunity is not to be missed. Let me try talking to her. Okay. I just realized that there's a boss battle coming up. I don't have some people healed up all the way. I hope I don't screw up. Oh, wrong button. The sprint. I'm at the sprint.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto the stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
Come on. It's me.
All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
That's kind of creepy. That felt like kind of like with, you know, like with like Doki Doki, if you know that game. Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club. I kind of had that moment right now. But I don't see an audience here.
Oh, do
Just
not
let the
jest.
stage lights go off,
Can you
please,
not
if only
feel
for
it?
1 second.
I am Focalor. The eyes
That way
of
I can
countless
become myself
Fontanians are
again.
upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
Something's off. There's no getting through to her. Even in her heart of hearts, she's still playing the role of the Hydro Archon. What sort of resolve must she have that even her inner self and subconsciousness would have such an impenetrable defense? I have to find a way. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll follow like what was wanted by her.
Dear audience, the performance
Uh-oh.
is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall
I forgot how to play.
resolve it soon enough.
Oh no, I forgot how to play.
Water jet!
Watch out!
Okay.
Loaded.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I haven't played this game in a while, so I'll probably forget how to play this game. I'm just spamming whatever I can.
Watch out! Ooh.
Let me use this.
You asked for it!
Ready.
Oh boy. Let me get some shields here.
Hey there!
Hunt them down. Into the shadows.
Ooh. Yeah, if I have to fight people like every now and then, I feel like I'm gonna fail. Oh no, I was gonna like see if I can eat some food or something. I need to heal up. Wait, where's my inventory? There's my bag. I need to eat some food, man. I'll just eat any food that I got. Which one's my food? There we go. I got a lot of food here that I can just eat. I'll try one of the high-end meals here that I got. I'm just worried about these guys. There we go. Let's do this one now. Wrong button again.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you
Silence
know.
without end.
Guards?
Chains.
Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Water jet!
There we go.
Coming at ya! Coming at ya! Stop right there!
This one does some consistent damage. I think I'll go with this gun.
Time to testify.
Nice.
Final warning!
Oh, did I miss as ether there? Ouch.
Ah! Drop your weapons!
Go!
Coming at ya!
There we go. Ooh. Alright, final one. Can I do it? Oh, that was it? I'm sure there's like another boss. That's all the spotlights turn off. In Farina's heart, they must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I just received some sort of signal. Was that her true voice? A ticket? When did that end up here? Hey, we're going to the chocolate factory, let's go! Charlotte and the chocolate factory. Either way, looks like the show is about to begin. In that case, show me how you truly feel, Farina. Scene 1. Before a mirror. Farina. Oh, we're playing as her. This is cool. I don't see Ether in the audience.
Farina. Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other,
is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial? Huh. How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
I don't know if you're gonna like that trial though. But yeah, I've been very quiet so far. Like I've been like really just like immersed into the story. It's really good. Like I assume this is when maybe Farina was first made, like this human version of her. Maybe I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's when she was given that task to play as the Archon. Scene 2, Ascension speech, Farina. Okay. It's really good, man. The whole thing with the divinity, like, I think is really cool. Like, just being split. Making this human version of her.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Summon courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon.
Appear earnest.
In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice.
Close politely.
Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey,
Did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake?
Already.
This is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Farina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play.
This is where she gets her, like, you know, her attitude from. Here we go.
Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are
Dang, dude.
deserving of my rule. Now, I was
And you know, those seats, you know, the people watching
if
her,
some
like at this point in time,
puppet were to one
that's
day
pretty much
come
like the
onto
spotlights that we
stage
turned
and
off
claim
earlier.
Ownership of this opera house. Would
She's got to
the
keep up this
children
act.
of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Resolutely, with conviction. Yeah, we did this before, right? I'm just wondering what happens if I choose this, because I assume this is the correct answer, since that's a new one. I kind of want to see what happens.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or
Okay.
not,
Never mind.
whether you trust me or nay,
I guess I was still correct in a
I
way.
say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin.
I feel like, you know, what's happening right now when she's being reintroducing herself, like that's the second option pretty much. I just want to see what happens when you choose the first one though.
No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work.
Oh, okay.
They'll suspect me again. I must play the
Wait,
role
why
that they want
did I
me
choose
to
the second
play.
one before? I thought I chose the first one. Turn up the drama.
The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
End the speech empathetically.
There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
And here we go. Scene 3. Opera House, Farina. I think we'll end it here. I assume this might be a good place to stop. Yeah, from here. I think it'll be fine. Anyway, guys, yeah, next time we'll resume from this point. And yeah, we'll see how this whole thing goes, man. I'm really curious. Furina's backstory is really cool. So far, I think I actually like this more than what happened back in Sumeru. Wait, this is really good, man. Like, some really good stuff. Like, a lot of stuff being revealed. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for now. And also, yeah, next video might be the last one. We'll see if I can try to finish things up. I was planning for this week to be the week when I finish everything up. That's why I'm like uploading a lot of Genshin Impact. But who knows, maybe there might be like one more video because, you know, I haven't recorded the next video yet to know if that'll be the last one. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good